Hey guys, I'm back with another tag. This one was started by a new channel I found yesterday. It's called MathomBooks, I think is how you say it. I'll link to their channel down below. I was already kind of thinking about doing this tag, last night when I saw it. And then earlier when I checked my subscription box, I saw that Charlie Reeds had done the tag too. So I thought I would go ahead and do it. It's interesting. It's not something that I've seen in the book community before. It's called the Inside Out tag. Basically, it's an acronym, Inside Out, and then each question starts with a letter that's in Inside Out. So it's a fun tag. Yeah, I'll link to their channels down below, and this is the tag. The first question says, inside flap or back of the book summaries, too much info or not enough? And I say it depends on the book. I almost always buy hardbacks. I have more hardbacks than I have paperbacks. Lots of hardbacks. The back cover of the book is usually just the author picture, and you have to go to the flap. If it's a paperback, the summary's on the back. If it's a hardback, the summary's usually on the inside flap. I'll read enough of the inside flap to get a general idea of what the book's about, and normally just from reading like maybe 2 paragraphs out of the flap text, I can tell whether or not I'm going to be interested in the book. So I read probably about half of the flap, and then I decide whether I'm going to get it or not. I'm one of those people that will read like 20 or 30 pages, and then if I'm not hooked with the book, I'm not going to read the stupid thing. So the flap's pretty much the same way. If I can't read like 2 paragraphs of the flap and have some kind of interest in the story, then I'm not going to pick it up. New book. What forms do you want it in? Audiobook, ebook, paperback, or hardcover? If the option is available, I will choose hardcover. However, nowadays, some books don't come out in hardback. They are either only audio or only ebook, or they might be primarily ebook with a really expensive paperback available. I'm going to go for a tangible copy. I'm going to choose a tangible copy if it's available. I'm going to pick hardback if hardback is available, but I will take paperback if paperback is all that I can get. I will not buy the mass market, the small, the smaller paperbacks, the mass market pocket paperbacks, I think is what they're called now. I don't like that size. Scribble while you read. Do you write in your books, taking notes, making comments, or do you keep your books clean? I keep my books clean, but I am in love with the post-it notes that look like little index cards and have the tabs on the side. I'd probably go through about 4 or 5 packs of those a month. I note in my books when I'm reading them, and then after I review them, I throw all the notes away. I wish I wouldn't throw the notes away, because I think at some point somebody else might be reading my book and want to know what I thought on it. And I didn't throw all those post-its away, but I do. I'm going to try to start keeping them. In your best voice, read for us your favorite first sentence from a book. My favorite first sentence from a book is very short, so I'm going to tell you what it is, and then I'll tell you my second favorite. So my favorite first sentence from a book is, in a hole in the ground, there lived a hobbit. And if you don't know what book that's from, you and I cannot be friends. Sorry. My second favorite sentence from a book is, when I stepped into the sunlight from the darkness of the movie house, I had only 2 things on my mind: Paul Newman and the ride home. And that is the first line from S.E. Hinton's The Outsiders. And I don't even like the whole sentence, but the very beginning of it, when I stepped out into the sunlight from the darkness of the movie house, it's, I don't know if it connects me to my childhood is why I like it so much, or it's very graphic. I don't know what it is about the sentence. I just think it's amazing. Does it matter to you whether the author is male or female when you're deciding on a book? Seriously, I could care less. I don't care if they're boy, girl, or bounce back and forth in between. It doesn't matter to me. Do you ever read ahead, or have you ever read the last page way before you got there? I do. Especially if it's a mystery and I'm bored with it, I will flip to the back to see how it's going to end, to determine whether or not I'm going to stick with it and actually read the whole book. So yes, I've definitely, I'm a cheater. But you know what? If it's boring at the beginning, I would rather cheat and see how it's going to end to tell me whether I should finish it or not, than just give up and not know how it ended. At least I'm willing to figure out what happened, you know. I'm willing to look and see what happened at the end. It's not really cheating as much as it's helping me determine whether or not I should continue to waste my time. Oh, goodness. Organized bookshelves or outrageous bookshelves? Everybody thinks my bookshelves are really organized. And I guess technically they are. They're divided by genre. But they're not as organized as I would like them to be. I would like them sorted by genre and then alphabetized by author, with the exception of series. And then I would like the series in order of release date within the author's little area of that particular genre. Does that make any sense whatsoever? Oh, and like my collections, like my Stephen King collection, I want that Stephen King all together, but I also want it in order by release date. So like if I have all of the works of a particular author, I do not want the books alphabetized. I want them in the order of release date, even if that means the series is not going to be, you know, all together. Especially with Stephen King, like he put out a book and then put out 3 or 4 other books and then put out the next book in the series. So even if it's a series, if it's a whole collection of the author, I want the books in order by release date. Problem is, I'm just too lazy to do it myself, and my kids cannot be bribed. It's all I can do to get them to dust for me. Under oath, have you ever bought a book based on the cover? Yes. Yes, I have. I bought Wither by Lauren DeStefano because I thought the cover was absolutely amazing. Take it outside or stay in. I am a stay in the house reader. I like to read in my recliner, and I like to cuddle up in bed and read. I generally don't like being outside, which, as you can see, it's not even really that hot today, and I'm sweating to death. That's what fat people do. We sweat. I'm also allergic to everything. I've not even been outside 20 minutes, and I can guarantee you, yeah, I've already started getting hives. So I generally am inside my house at home all the time. I don't go out in public because people make me crazy. I don't like to come outside because I get hives. Now I'm going to have to go in and take some Benadryl because I was trying to be cute and give you guys something different to look at today. Inside Out, yeah, so that's all the questions. And this tag was on, I think it's pronounced Mathom. So I'll say MathomBooks' channel, which I will link to it and this tag video down below. If you do the tag, like, don't do the video response to my video. Do the video response to theirs. That way, you know, it puts all the tags where they need to be. You can also comment down below and tell me that you did the tag so I can know to go and look for it if you want to. But that's it. That's my second tag for today. That's all I'm doing. I'm not filming anything else today. That's not true. I have to do a Friday read still. So you might see one more from me today. Anyway, thanks for watching. See ya.